Next step is desoldering the memory chip, and it's usually using 320 degrees, and the chip is located here. As you can see, this is the chip, and it was soldered here. This is a pattern. It's like an E shaped. We have another one because we have two boards. It's the same pattern. So these two chips were desoldered from these two boards in the same spot. The motherboard is for HTC 310, I think. You saw the phones. So now you don't need these anymore for the rest of the components. You only need the chips. Now, there are two ways to get the media out of the chips. The first one would be micro soldering, and you'll have to use 0.1 millimeters wire. I'm not super good at micro soldering, so I will choose another version. After you desolder the chips, you have to clean them with a soldering iron around 300 degrees and remove all the soldering bolts that are left. The surface has to be smooth. You'll see some areas, as you can see here, these are not ripped. It's just the solder uh, being oxidated, but it's clean. I've cleaned it. After cleaning it with soldering iron, you should use isopropyl alcohol and clean them for all the flux. After the chips are clean, if you don't want to use the wire like me, you'll have here a dot in one corner. See? And you can use a device which is specifically made to read this kind of chips. The device, I will add it to the screen, but it's basically a reader for EMCP 162 186 chips. This is the pattern of the soldering points. So the looks something like this. And it can be bought from Amazon. You have to check that it's sold or fulfilled by AllSocket or Amazon. You have here the patterns. So as you can see, our pattern is 162, 186. This matches exactly the pattern that we have. Okay, this is the device. It arrived in around 2 weeks. Even if it was bought from Amazon, it was sent from China, I think. That's on the carrier side. And this goes into a SD card reader. This thing pops, and you'll see here the contact points. Also, you have here triangle, and it has to align with the dot. On the chip. If you can see the dot as is on this one, for this one, we can see the dot, right? So it should be like this. So if we are looking at the chip, it should go with these 3 rows in the up, something like this. Once it's in place, you can close it and plug it into the SD card reader. You have to be careful and also measure the chip to match exactly this pattern. You'll also have some spare ones, or there are different dimensions. I'm not sure, but you can see there are the pins that will connect with the chip. Once you have it in place, you need to plug it into your computer, and it will be recognized as a new drive. Unfortunately, Windows might ask you to format the drive because it can't view it by default. So, firstly, what I've done is to use HDD raw copy tool. As you can see here, you can select one drive. In this case, you will have to select the drive assigned to the chip once you plug it in. Then you'll select the target as image file, and you'll create an image. Depending on the chip, because here one chip was being copied with 0.5 megabytes per second, and it took like 3 hours or something like that, because both are 3.7 gigabytes. One, it started to copy with 10 megabytes per second, so it took around 6 or 7 minutes. Once you have the image saved, the image from HDD raw copy tool can be saved as image CV2 or .emg, as you can see here. .emg will be faster. .emg CV2 will be a bit slower because it's super compressed, and it's an extension used only by this particular app. If you decide to save it as emg CV2, you'll have to convert it then to .emg with the same app. You'll choose the source as being an image file, you choose the img CV2, and the target will be a img. And finally, you'll have the img file. The img file will be a copy of all the sectors from the chip. Once you have the final image, you can use other apps like Photorec. Photorec worked flawlessly for me. And as you can see, out of all these, Photorec had the largest, let's say, success rate to retrieve everything. And that, I would say, basically it. Of course, you can resolder this to the motherboard if you want to try and make the phone usable again. This was not my purpose. I just wanted to take all the media out of the phone. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the process. Please subscribe and see you in the next video. Cheers.